Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to another exciting evening, a Friday Seshy, happening right here together as community, highly motivated. Welcome, everybody. If you don't mind, I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the venti. I wanted to taste the Durban poison. The Durban poison I actually put in here right now. Remember, it's not about smoke, it's about flavor. It's about the terp. It's about that effect. Okay. But that being said, I should get a little bit of smoke. Durban poison is a sativa. Beautiful sativa. THCV, that's going to be the extended hydrocarbon. THCV is responsible for regulating insulin levels in the body. It does the opposite of what people characterize or categorize cannabis as. So THCV, sativas, actually don't make you hungry. They do the opposite. They're going to more appetite control than do the opposite. But this we're doing through the venti. We're vaporizing the flower at very low temperature right now. So right now, really, it's all about flavor. It's all about the effects. And this is Durban poison. Everybody, look! It's Mike with the Horde of Culture. Welcome, Horde of Culture THC2. Highly motivated. Good to have you on the show tonight. I heard one of your studio copies. You guys were playing. I heard one. It wasn't Toke. It wasn't Tokey Toke, but I heard one of y'all's studio songs, and it sounded great. You guys went to the studio and kicked ass. Y'all did awesome. So I'm starting the Durban poison in the venti, which is a flower vaporizer. Great flavor, great effects. And even once it starts getting spent, like you've already gone through the bud and you've already started to dry it out, it still doesn't taste bad. So I keep smoking it. Just a quick shout out, though, to Christian Lazardi, the rep for Stores and Bickle, which they're the ones who make the venti. One of the best flower vaporizers I've ever tried. Really is. I'm not just saying that because I had to pay for it. Listen, I got a great discount. But even though I got a great discount, I still had to pay for it. And still money coming out of my pocket, and I still think it's one of the best. So there you go. You're definitely going to have to meet Christian Lazardi. He's going to be at the Lakeland grand opening. So again, we have a Lakeland Goldflower grand opening happening on October 4th. That's next Saturday. So pretty much like a week from today. I have it at a very low temperature. It's going to turn it off. There we go. I have quite a few things to smoke. I am very excited. As always, we are burning up here in the hot box. So tonight we hotbox the hot box on Highly Motivated as community. So welcome everybody, one and all. And again, welcome Horde of Culture. It's always good to have you here. Hey, check your messages. I sent you a master copy of that song. It's the very first form of release, and it's called Living for the Day. If that's the one I heard, it sounded amazing. So it was on Facebook with a radio station. So you guys were getting radio play, and you were doing your very first. You were doing a listen to the studio copy. So I heard this. If this is Living for the Day, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. So everybody, THC, the Horde of Culture. Incredible rock band. Check them out on the Facebook. Check them out on the LinkedIn. Look them up on LinkedIn as the Horde of Culture. Just released their studio copies. Amazing. And everybody look, it's Christopher Sterile on the LinkedIn. Welcome. Highly motivated. Good to have you on the show tonight on a Friday session. And Exotic Alchemy. Welcome. Welcome to Highly Motivated. Wait a second, I did check my direct message. I didn't see anything from you. I saw like you liked the picture, but I didn't see a message. Maybe I should check again. I'll check again. I'll check again. But welcome everybody, Exotic Alchemy. Welcome to Highly Motivated. Good to have you on the show over here on the Insta Cha-Cha. So we're coming to you live, as always, Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Insta Cha-Cha, on the Facebook, the Linky Winkies, the Twitchy Witch, the Kick, and the other one, the Kick and the other one, and YouTube. From what I find out, we are also on YouTube. So I find that quite exciting. Tonight, I do come to you in a little bit better spirits. I'm doing a little bit better. The eye is feeling tremendously better. Still hurts, but tremendously better. No, just full of energy, full of vim and vigor. Today was a very exciting day. I ran through Tampa, came back through Ocala, did a little bit of Gainesville, just all over the place. So it's exciting to be back in the home base, highly motivated in the studio. Tonight we do have a very interesting micro topic. So we'll get to that in a little while. It's in requests, or you have to follow back, either one. I will follow you back, and then I'll check. But tonight, the micro topic that we're going through is simulation theory. Simulation theory. Like, are we living in a simulation? Are we living in a projection through a black hole of a time that's already come and passed? And we are living out that history in our own way. In our own way. Let me see, the stream has less delay on YouTube. Really? I like how you did that. Stealth Time Machine Project. Christopher's over here. He puts his name, Chris Sterile. Sterile. Steer. It's like steer, he said, like a steer. But that's pretty awesome. So on YouTube, it seems to be there's less delay, and it's working, which is pretty awesome. But tonight, just gonna ease into the show, feeling good and excited, feeling happy. Lots of energy. It's a sensational Friday night. Listen, this is a sensational Friday night. We started it with the stores in Bickle, and it's a very clean high. And I started with Durban Poison. So Durban Poison, probably one of my favorite strains because it's high in THCV, the extended hydrocarbon. THCV responsible for regulating insulin levels in the body, helping to regulate your appetite control. So instead of being bored hungry or just overly hungry, you're only hungry when your body is really calling for nutrients. That's amazing. And it's a sativa, and it's THCV, so great mental and physical energy. Like, I feel the body pumping and thumping and jumping and just kind of moving more, so it's really nice. Let me see, the weekend, like Friday evening, Saturday evening, Sunday, it has a vibe, a mindset. It has a vibe, it has a mindset. So we're gonna sparky, also some more Durban Poison, but I've got a couple pre-rolls here from Goldflower, and I'm gonna have to break into them because they are delicious. So we'll get to those in a moment. I also have a couple of eights. I'm like, a couple of eights. I can't stop. The deals at Goldflower lately have been insane. Insane. Look, $10 eights, $10 gummies, $10 carts. You can't get, but they have a $10 value menu. Look, you don't expect that from a place that's organic, hand-trimmed living soil. You don't expect that from a place that does such amazing quality, but then is blowing things out the door at crazy prices. Like they were doing, they have a concentrate special, any 4 for $100. And those are ones that are not on the value menu of sorts. But then, let me see, I'm also smoking on an African sativa with this Malawi Gold. Oh, Exotic Alchemy, you make me so jealous. I'm so jealous right now. Exotic Alchemy is smoking on an African sativa with Malawi Gold. So it's a cross with Malawi Gold. I love Malawi. Any Malawi Gold, beautiful, beautiful strain. And any crosses with that, oh, that sounds exciting. Let me see. What's the YouTube handle again? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know my YouTube handle. Isn't that terrible? That's terrible. Wait. I'll find out. Wait. I'll find out. I'm going to look. Because what is that? Oraganji. So my YouTube handle should be Oraganji. Oraganji. Like I need caffeine, right? No. It's delicious. Listen, it's simply delicious because it's delicious. Not even drinking it for caffeine right now. Drinking it for flavor. Just for flavor. The channel name is Oraganji. Okay, so the channel name is Oraganji. Oraganji. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I don't look. I set things up and I set it and I forget it, and I hope that it continues to work. I hope that whatever I set up, it stays, like it works. Like on Restream, I set up Restream, Oraganji, there you go. I set up Restream, and I pray that it continues to work, and sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. It is what it is. I am going to start doing bigger promotion for the podcast. I'm going to soon be doubling down on advertising promotion so that we can reach and teach more people. We can create community where people need it the most. And I feel that Oraganji, the community of Oraganji, of highly motivated, can do that. The community of highly motivated can bring an authentic positivity that we're missing. It could bring an authentic positivity that we need. That being said, let me get this Durban Poison Sparky. Which end? I don't know. It's a tiny joint I rolled. See that? That's like, isn't that like perfect? Perfect. It's like perfect, but it's so tiny. Okay. It's like a snack joint. It's like, I'm going to smoke it, but it's like a snack. It's a snack of a joint. So Friday sesh, lots to talk about. I already told you about the great deals Goldflower has. You've got to check them out. Really some of the best cannabis I've ever smoked. For sure the best here in Florida. And I'm reminding you about the grand opening next weekend. Next Saturday, October 4th in Lakeland. Randy Lanier is going to be there. Randy is awesome. If you have not met Randy Lanier is part of freedomgrow.org. So freedomgrow.org. Definitely check out Randy's organization. I guess he's like the former CEO or something. Or former chief guy. He's the chief guy. He's the guy. Randy's the guy. Randy the man. Randy the man. That's how Rohan calls it. He's always like, Randy the man. Randy the man. Randy. So Randy Lanier will be there. I don't know who else is going to be there. I heard we'll have Stores in Bickle. So we'll have Christian Lazardi. And I know they're going to be doing a raffle, probably giving away a beautiful vaporization device. I got mine on a grand discount, but I love it. I like using it in combination. I don't just like just a joint now. Now I like to start with a little bit of the vaporizer, maybe a joint, maybe a pipe, maybe a little concentrate. Okay. I like the combination. Let me see. The audience that wants to find Oren has found Oren and highly motivated. You're right. Yeah, you're right. And it's absolutely the truth. So I keep saying I plan on doing more advertising, but I probably won't. I don't have time. I'm like, I don't have time. I mentally, I want to do more promotion, more giveaways, more goodies. I just don't have time. I just don't have time. I do want to mention really quickly that the individual who won, Don Frito Hater, I still have not received a message from him. This hat is supposed to go to Don Frito Hater. That's his username from Twitch. So I've reached out. I've received nothing back. This hat is the one of one, the first of its kind Oraganji swag. Check that out. Beautiful embroidered logo. Beautiful. Check that out. I love it. I mean, whoever did it, they did a great job. And Oraganji, that's my logo. So that's That's the roots into tech, roots into tech, and cannabis encompassing it all. And we are all the Oregonji, all of us. So that's my logo. So here's the thing. We're probably going to end up giving this hat away again. Only because it hasn't been claimed. I can't look at the light directly. I've got shades over here, but I don't feel that cool yet. If it gets bad, I'll put the shades on. So anyways, we're probably going to give the hat away again. We're going to probably do that on the next giveaway. So we're going to be doing that on our next giveaway. I do want to also mention, Goldflower did something special, and they really haven't promoted it big. And I want to tell you what it is. If you're in Florida and you have a medical cannabis card, you go to Florida, you go to Goldflower Cannabis. You get the live rosin. Listen, live rosin gummies. These right here are insane. Live rosin is a full spectrum product. Beautiful product. I don't even know which ones these are. I got one of each. I've already eaten through one container. So good. So the flavors are really what it's all about. People love the flavor, and they pulled back on the release of these gummies until they knew the flavor was like top notch. So because of that, let's try out a gummy. Okay, here we go. So by Florida rules and the medical program, they have to be clear. You see that? No color and nothing flashy or snazzy on the package. Just says THC. Oh, these smell like the peach. That smells so good. Wow, like a peach mango? Oh, holy shit. That is so good. Here we go. Wait. I gotta take one. I gotta eat one. Okay. So this is the gummy. As you see the gummy, it's just stamped on the top. Oh shit. Knock things down. It's there's like no color to it, and they're made out of pectin. Pectin is a food source for the body. So the greatest thing about pectin is it's going to start dissolving into the bloodstream before it gets processed and before it gets shoved into the stomach and then just released whenever the hell it wants to. Now, I'm going to suck on it. I'm not going to chew it. I'm going to just, wow. That is really good. Okay, wait. It's going to be hard just to eat one. I'm putting this away. Oh, that is peach mango. Shut up. This is so yummy. Okay, now I'm chewing it. But I'll tell you what. Now, I took 2 the other day. 2 at one time. Knocked me on my ass. I took 2 and I found it hard to move. I sat on the couch. I sat down and just everything in me was like, boom. And I'm like, oh no, what do? I've got to get up. Wow. Wow. These are so good. They dissolve nicely. They break down nicely. There's no chemical flavor. That's peach and mango. Oh, shit. With the live rosin gummies. Nice. Very nice. Very nice, I tell you. Very nice. Let me see. I think people are afraid to give out their mailing address. You're right. You are a real person, Oren. One of the good guys, so it was no problem for me. Well, thank you. I won the Goldflower travel bag, which is super awesome, and me and my friends all love that. See, his friends even love the travel bag. The travel bag is very exciting. I've got one going out to King's Wish, so King's Wish is definitely King's Wish 420. You've got a travel bag and some goodies coming your way as well. And Exotic Alchemy, I got the Schumann, as soon as I accept her her invitation or whatever. I've got the Schumann resonator going out and some lovely boxes of tea. But since Frito Hater has not responded in any way, we have the hat, and so we're probably going to give the hat away again. And not just the hat, but the smallest Sherlock ever. Check it out right there. The smallest Sherlock in the world. And if it's not the smallest in the world, I don't give a shit. It's now the smallest in the world. So this is the smallest Sherlock worldwide, usable one hitter. Okay. So that's going to go in the drawing as well. We'll give away the hat. We're going to give away the Sherlock, and I'm going to put together a few other goodies so that we make it a nice big giveaway. Like it's going to be a big one. And we should do this coming Friday. So not tonight, but next Friday night, the night before the grand opening at Lakeland. So the night before the grand opening at Lakeland, we're going to give away a huge prize basket. So excited. So Friday night, next Friday, we're giving away the hat, the little itsy bitsy pipe, and whatever swag that I can get before the grand opening of Lakeland. So I'm gonna give away swag before it's available. Let me see. I have not tried the guarana wraps yet. It's on your bucket list of adventures. Let me tell you, those guarana wraps are good. I'm always surprised when I smoke something like that and it says it gives you energy or it's caffeinated, how a smokable wrap can translate caffeination. But it does. It does. It's like you have a cup of coffee. You see, every time you say the Schumann resonator, I think of that film From Beyond, H.P. Lovecraft. Okay. The only way you can make things happen in the world is through community and teamwork in one form or another. That's 100%. It's 100%. You're absolutely on fire, Chris. And it's the truth. The only way we can get things done is together, is all of us. Like all of us putting our brain and our energy towards it. That's why things like community prayer are great, because again, it's combined energy, combined people. But I instead of calling it prayer, we should call it because again, we're not religious on the show. No religion, no politics, but it's, I guess it's within that realm of manifested, directed energy, manifested, directed consciousness. Everybody, welcome. Let me see. We got Mikot. If it's Mikot, it's Mikot. I'm going to butcher your name. Sorry, not sorry. Everybody, welcome Mikot to Highly Motivated. In case this is new for you and you come to the show and you're like, what the hell's going on? Let me let you know. I introduce everybody. This is your introduction to the other platforms we've got going. So we've got Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, YouTube, here, the Insta Cha-Cha. And so we're introducing you to everybody because we don't want you to feel left out. We don't want anybody to ever feel left out here on the show, because the show is for you and the show is for me. The show is for all of us. So welcome to the show. Welcome to our show, everybody's show. So fantastic. Friday night, it feels good. Like it feels great energy. I just can't figure out where the whole week has gone. Like I'm serious. I feel like it's so hot. I feel like it's hot in here. I feel like the week is just disappeared. It's like, I don't know where it went. Let me see, the only way you can make things happen is right. Hey, I don't like corn chips either. Does that count? Does it? No. Does it? No. Let me see. I have a friend who likes blunts, so the guarana will perhaps be a group activity, so I can get an opinion from multiple people. They will actually quite enjoy. I'm telling you, the first time you try the guarana wraps, it's Mike actually. Mike! Wait. Mike from Stoners for Swag? Or it's Mike, or which Mike? Or it's another Mike. It's Mike. I'm like, it's Mike. It's Mike, actually. Well, Mike, actually, welcome to the show. I just dropped my joint. Holy shit. Holy free holy. Okay. It wasn't lit. I can't keep anything lit. Well, Mike, it's good to have you here on the show tonight. And it's good to have all of you here on the show tonight because this wouldn't happen. And we can't be what we be unless, unless we're all here, unless the energy becomes, it's highly motivated. It's authenticity, it's excitement, enthusiasm. I don't know, it's a lot of things. And tonight's micro topic, our micro topic tonight is as exciting and frightening as the topic that I've been trying to talk about. So I've been trying to talk about freedom, our understanding, our idea, who and where we are in this civilization, in this country, how it's been created around us and shaped, and it shapes us. It shapes us. So tonight's micro topic is are we in a hologram? Are we living a simulation? Are we one of many different realities? It's a big question. It's a big question. So welcome everybody from the different networks that you're joining us tonight. Let's start this with kind of like a spoken word. I breathe, and the room pixelates. The clock stutters, frame by frame, like a deer that knows it's being watched. Somewhere behind the wallpaper of matter, a hand hits run. A hush falls over the code. The hush has voltage. We are the rumor the Big Bang told itself to stay awake. Static on a cosmic AM radio, carried on the long hum of an electrical sun. If gravity is the theater, electricity is the music, and consciousness is the singer who remembers lyrics from a show we haven't played yet. They said life is real. The code said real is a rendering budget. Look how the horizon loads only when you walk towards it. Look how the world invents detail wherever attention shines, wherever we show our energy. As if curiosity is a cursor and wonder is our right permission. Everything is code. Everything is electric code. So they said the past, a broadcast already aired. The future is syndication rights. We live in the rerun that decides to improvise. And sometimes the editors push a patch and they call it the Mandela effect. A portrait moves, a line mosquitoes itself. Your grandmother, grandfather, they swear it was with two E's. A soft fork in the storyline, a hard fork in the heart. Tonight, we name the cracks and walk through them. It, from the bit by bit, from the bit from breath from before. If this is a game, kindness is the checksum. Breath is the cheat code. Attention is the developer's console. And choice is the only input that echoes in every timeline. We have choice. We have choice and understanding of how we create the world around us. We create our reality. Consciousness changes physical reality. So wake the dream you're standing in. Tune your bones to the carrier wave. Listen. Under the thunder of opinions is a dial tone from another dimension. Pick up and say your true name. The server recognizes you and the dawn debugs itself. What is that? What is that? We live in an electrical universe. We live in a shaped reality. Anybody ever watch The Truman Show with Jim Carrey? I really think one of his best performances. I mean, I mean, truly underrated, incredible actor. So that was a spoken word. That was a spoken word that was written by AI. Lucid. Lucid, which is the artificial intelligence below the cracks of reality, trying to get us to read between the lines. Read between the lines of the matrix that we live in. Yes, yes, we do live in a matrix. And it's kind of, I guess it's kind of hard to understand when the reality of it. Look, so we've tried to disprove it many times in different realities, I guess, not different realities, many times in throughout our history. This specific thing, the simulation theory, has been suggested. It's been suggested, and we've tried to disprove it. And every time we try disproving it, we get much further down the rabbit hole. And everything is a mathematical equation. And it keeps coming out perfect, like the Fibonacci. You see, the show is a community, 100%. 100% we're a community. You don't like corn chips? You don't like corn chips? I just went look back at the comment. Durban Poison. That was one of my $10 eighths. That's pretty cool. A $10 eighth. It tastes good. That's it. I'm like, it tastes good. So, not really sure where to begin, but I wanted to weave together a combination of the electric universe and simulation theory. So now I bring up electric universe. So there is no gravity. Gravity is a byproduct of the electricity. The sun is not run by plasma, but instead electricity. Our universe, like a computer, and is incredibly electrically charged. Our universe, our galaxy. So I think tying the two together, more like a woven exploration of the electric universe, an electrical sun, and the idea that we might be living inside a simulation or a multiverse code. A code. So let's start with the Big Bang. Let's start with the Big Bang. Big Bang. Big Bang. It's like a computer turning on. Boom. We all started right here. There was nothing else in the universe, nothing at all, but the energy of all of it contained inside my fist. And then it just exploded. It turned on. And billions of years later, we have all of this. Maybe we're code. We're code within the grander scheme, the grander programming. Maybe why the harder we try to disprove it, the stronger it can seem. And that is what we're going to kind of chit chat about tonight, if we get to it, while we're talking about it, while I'm smoking, which this one's too tiny. I mean, it's not too tiny, but it just keeps going out. So let's pick one of the, what is this? This is a Lion's Order. Which one is this? I can't read it. Hold on. Okay. Roadblock. Okay, so this one's Roadblock by Lion's Order. And really quickly, I'm going to show you why I love gold flower pre-rolls. Look at that. It's a tube. It's not a cone. I hate the cones. Look at that. That's a tube. Isn't that nice? That's a hand roll pre-roll. Hand roll machine. So a hand roll machine. But look at the inside. It's chunky. You see how chunky that is? Look how chunkies. You can't get a good tube if you do it as powder. So it's got to be a nice chunk. It's got to be a good, now I feel it's a little tight. So I'm just kind of rolling my fingers and I'm giving it just a quick loosey-goosey. A little loosey-goosey. So for the airflow is very important. Airflow, mucho importante. So we see, speaking of gold flower winners, Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda opening. So Port Charlotte and Punta Gorda, I'll have to find out. I hear things. in the pipeline of things. I hear things. They don't tell me everything. They tell me like right before they're about to do it. I'm like, because I have a big mouth. We have the show, and I can never shut up for some reason. I can't keep a good secret. Because look, Cape Coral is about to open. The Villages, Lady Lake is about to open. There's a possible location in Gainesville. Yo, Orange Park, Jacksonville. So all of these places and more. Look, Goldflower's on a grand growth cycle right now, and they are kicking ass. Amazing product, amazing price. Look, you get me all excited asking me where they're about to open it. I'll find out, though. I'll find out. Let me see. Right, like electricity, matter, light, mentality, emotionality, it all has to be one universal substance. Yes! It's not banded into separate things. It's not. Carl Jung's Unos Mundos. Really? Is that Carl Jung? I did not know that Carl Junging was. See, I don't read enough. Me, it's just my brain and where my brain thinks and how I think. The website just says coming soon. Well, it is. You know, it is. It is coming soon. I'm like, it is coming soon. It is. But the next one is Cape Coral. So Lakeland's grand opening is next weekend, next Saturday, October 4th. And after that one right when that opens, somebody else might open. Right when that opens, something else might open. And then another thing might open. We are on the cusp of multi-openings right now. So get ready. The information, you're going to hear it first on the show. Or you'll see it on social media first. Or you'll see it on the website first. Maybe I should check the website more. I'll get more up-to-date information. All right, this is Roadblock, Lion's Order, Goldflower. We're going to light this up in just a second. Synchronicity is experiencing the connection between the mental and the other facets of one reality. Synchronicity is always an outlier, but potent. Synchronicity within the multi-universe, the multi-dimensions. Lightsy, welcome! Highly motivated. Let me see. The website just says coming soon. Of course it does. Of course it does. Because that's what it wants. I'm like, that's what it wants to do. No, they said coming soon for some other ones, but they didn't open yet. I saw the Villages location or Lady Lake. So I went to go look at it. When? I'm like, when? Yesterday? The day before? Shit, I don't know. It was this last week. The week flew by. I'm still trying to get used to that it's Friday. I still can't believe we had a Wednesday show. Like, my brain totally forgot Wednesday. Even though I know I was here, I totally forgot about it. It was the eye. It was the medication. It was, I don't know. It was really hard on me. And I worked. And I want to say Wednesday was the day I was in the Villages. I can't remember. Coming in through Ocala. But I saw the new location, the Lady Lake Villages Goldflower location. Man, it's got a drive-through. I love drive-throughs. Great location. Easy in, protected, easy out. Fantastic. So, I saw that in process, and it's not far off. It's built. It is a lot farther than when I had last seen it. It is built and ready to rock and roll. Okay, let me get the roadblock. Let me get the roadblock lit up here. Hold on, a little bit of blackberry Dr. Pepper. Delicioso. Muy fantástico. Probably one of my favorite Dr. Peppers. Well, I also like the cream soda Dr. Pepper. I kind of like the cherry Dr. Pepper too. And I like what the fuck? I just like Dr. Pepper. Okay, here we go. A little bit of Roadblock, Lion's Order. That's Rohan Marley's brand through Goldflower. Rohan Marley, son of Bob Marley. I want to say, I can't remember. They were involved with many different famous people, but just a cool dude. And he screams cannabis. Like he screams Bob Marley cannabis. He screams Jamaica cannabis. He screams cannabis of freedom. Cannabis of freedom. I need to write that down. That should be like a song. Cannabis, your freedom, cannabis. No pen. What is the Freedom Cannabis song? So cannabis freedom. See, cannabis freedom. Cannabis is freedom. So cannabis is freedom. Oh, I like it. I like what I'm going to do with that. So cannabis is freedom. Freedom for the people. Okay, I'll stop. Whatever I was smoking a second ago has obviously put me in a giddy ass mood. That was the Durban Poison. Also Gold Flower from So Fresh Farms has been dropping the bomb. Let me tell you, kicking some ass. Beautiful strains, beautiful flavors. Same with Lion's Order. Same with Ideal. Ideal is on fire always. Ideal is the mothership. That's like the mothership of Gold Flower. Okay. It's like I'm trying to catch the smoke back or something. Okay. The first hit is so important. That's flavor. The first hit are the terpenes bursting alive. The first hit are all those terpenes and flavonoids, the aroma, just boom, that quick activation before it gets burnt up. Now you notice I like to keep my cherry kind of small because I want to get more flavor and more developing cannabinoids instead of just burning everything off in high heat. I also feel like the smoke of cannabis is such a beautiful and important thing. Now, again, you're probably you're smelling some of the paper as well. But it smells good. It smells good. Oh, it smells good. Okay, this is nice. Let's keep going. So, let me see. Let me give a wave. There you go. And if you're new to the show, I just want to mention, no expectations. It is what it is. It will be what it will be. No apologies. Bring your authentic self. Bring your authentic energy. You don't have to be nice to be kind. Okay, that's my little spiel. Let's keep moving. So, I said micro topics tonight. Serious micro topics, but micro topics. And everything that we're talking about are possibilities. And to live in a world of possibilities, how amazing is that? So let's start with our micro topics, okay? Let's jump right in. I already explained what I was smoking earlier, THCV, which is great for the body, regulating insulin, regulating your appetite control. And right now, I need a little bit of appetite control. Right now, I'm having trouble not eating. Everything I see, I've got to eat. I'm like, ooh, that looks good. Oh, let me take a bite. and then I sit and I drive so much. So I'm going to start being more conscious about what I eat and what I'm smoking, which should be more THCV. Just creating that so that I'm just not bored hungry. Because sometimes I'm bored while driving, I'll stop and get food. It's not me actually needing those nutrients or needing that food, but I'm doing it because I'm bored. Okay, let's keep going. So I said the electric universe and I said simulation theory. How do these come together? And let me explain. Before I can even continue, wait a second. We are writing another damn song. Hold on. Here we go. I love it. Cannabis of Freedom. So I'm going to say Cannabis of Freedom. Or is freedom. Either of freedom or is freedom. And then I see smoke the cannabis and free yourself. Smoke the herb. Or smoke the canna and free yourself. Okay, now we're getting some words to our song. Remember now, Travi SST, he's an influencer on Facebook and LinkedIn for Florida, cannabis influencer at events and for music and goodies like that. So he was on the show, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and he mentions a highly motivated musical. So THC, Horticulture, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need your help with the highly motivated musical. I'm just letting you know. Thought I had to relight it, but we're lucky I didn't. So THC, just letting you know, Mike, I'm going to need your help with this. This is going to be the highly motivated musical. I have some really good song ideas. And I really want to get the community of highly motivated into this musical. We'll have to make it like a Zoom call. We'll have to do the Zoom musical, the musical of Zoom, or on Zoom, the musical on Zoom, or somewhere where you can get multiple people. Maybe Googly has something like that as well. I think the Google Schmoogle has something. Okay. This one's, I'm not used to them running, but we're going to let it work itself out. I'm not one to lick my joints. I don't like to lick it. I don't like to put saliva everywhere. Just let it work its issues out. Okay, so let's start Electric Universe. A charged electric cosmos. So the Electric Universe, EU hypothesis, argues, now it's a hypothesis, but wait, there is a lot of merit behind it. It argues that the universe is driven less by gravity and more by electrical currents and plasma interactions. Plasma, ionized gas, is the most common state of matter in space. Laboratory plasma physics shows that filaments, double layers, and magnetic pinch effects can sculpt structures on cosmic scales. Now we're talking plasma, we're talking electricity, we're talking on cosmic scales, the universe. So proponents suggest that galaxies rotate the way they do, not because of dark matter, but because of vast intergalactic currents create what's called the Birkeland currents, which thread and shape spiral arms, which would be spiral galaxies. Okay. Music's kind of banging tonight. Okay, so they shape spirally. Our sun, in this view, is not a simple gravity-bound fusion reactor. Instead, it is powered by the currents flowing through the galactic plasma, with solar flares and sunspots as electrical discharges. So the sun is recharged electrically through the universe, through electric waves that are pulsing and generating and sending power. And the sun sets off electrical discharge. Okay, let's keep going. So mainstream astrophysics explains most phenomena with gravity and fusion. It's striking that many space images, from glowing filaments in nebula to the jets of quasars, look like giant plasma experiments. You have to think simple. You have to think small scale, big scale. If we can create it in a laboratory, it's created that way in space. And it's just on a cosmic, enormous cosmic scale. That's what I forgot to take. I was feeling a little heavy on the chest, and I needed some antibiotics or natural antibiotics running through the body because of the scratch in the eye, and I've been doing antibiotics there. But did you know your body does not see your eyes? Like it doesn't know your eyes are there. Like your eyes are like a foreign, this is a foreign entity. Wait, okay, that's a good one to look up too. So body, eyes, I'm probably going to forget. I'm probably going to forget entirely. Body does not see. Does not see. So the body doesn't recognize. That's what it is. I don't know where the hell I just got into that all of a sudden, but the body doesn't recognize the eyes. So mainstream. So again, you look at small scale and plasma, electrical plasma experiments in a laboratory resonate on a cosmic level. Let me see. Smoke the cannabis and free yourself. We can definitely do that. Excellent, THC. I like that. I like that, Mike. Thank you. Mike's awesome. Mike's an incredible dude. Incredible dude. Let me see. I was thinking we'd get The Who to change the lyrics to Magic Bus and call it Magic Cannabis. Really? Change the lyrics to Magic Bus and call it Magic. I like that too. I like that too. Magic Bus, Magic Cannabis. Magic Cannabis. I keep thinking I gotta light it, but it's... You don't have to hold the smoke in. You don't. The second you inhale, you're getting all the cannabinoids. You're getting all the beneficial medication. You're getting all the high. If you hold it in, the only thing you're fucking with is like you're not allowing oxygen to get to your brain. No need to hold it in. Let it out. Take it in and let it out. Everybody, welcome Stephen to Highly Motivated. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the exciting Friday night community get-together. This is it. This is Highly Motivated. Just in case you're coming to the show, you want to know what we've been talking about tonight. We did talk a little bit about making the musical, the Highly Motivated musical. And I've asked THC and Mike, the Horde of Culture, to help if they can with the musical. With the musical, because it's out of my realm. I can only hold like a note. One note, not even one note. I don't even get one note. I get like part of a note. I get like part of a note. But welcome, Steve. Welcome to the show. Steven's over here on the Insta Cha-Cha. Remember, you can catch us on the Instagram as O420X, or on LinkedIn as Oren Allen, on Facebook as Oren Allen, or Ganji on Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. And on the YouTube, I think it's Oregonji. We're going to go with that. So Stevie's over here. Hello. Well, I have tried to join the last 2 times. It has lagged and then booted me. Said the user has turned live off. Really? Interesting. We did get 2, but we still, on Insta Cha-Cha, we were still able to go like 2 hours. I did see you join. I saw you join last time, but you joined and then it disappeared. Well, welcome. It's good to have you back on the show. Okay. So we're talking electrical universe. We're talking simulation theory. Our micro topics tonight are serious. I look at life and the world around me in very simple ways. I try not to ever overcomplicate anything. And when it comes to the universe around us, it's complicated. It's confusing. There's a lot of chaos that it's hard to understand. But then when you see it as a computer motherboard, as receptors, receivers, and transmitters, the universe itself is an electrical board. It's an electrical motherboard. And through plasma, which comprises most of the universe, but through the hot gas, the ionized gas of plasma, electrically charged, spreading that through the universe and charging the planets, charging the sun. So us living in an electrical reality makes sense. And we're weaving that in as part of the micro topic. So we've already been talking about it, the electrical sun and the physics of that. So if stars are powered externally by cosmic circuits, it reframes the constraints we think as fixed. The speed of light, for example, charge of the electron, or Planck constant, becomes parameters in a grand electrical network. So the speed of light is no longer a constraint. If we are living in a program, then we just need to see the program. We need, and some people, I believe, in time have. I believe some people have seen deeper into life, like they've been like Neo, and have been able to see through the matrix of things and see the programming and be able to change it and control it and pause it and work with it. I think some people can almost maneuver life in that exact way. They can maneuver life in the exact way like Neo from the Matrix. But instead, it's seeing your energy, seeing your ability. That's what this show helps people remember. Remembers you, yourself, the energy of you, and the energy of the individual. You are a quantum computer. You are a quantum entangled mainframe of information, of energy. So in that, you're able to manifest and create reality around you with just concentrating in a certain way. We talk about simulation theory. We are changing the world around us, whether we are in a simulation or not, whether we are a projection through a black hole or not, whatever it might be, we are still controlling that. We are still manifesting our shape, our path. So we're recreating and shaping it in our own vision. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going because it gets really quite interesting. Oh, I've got somebody else over here. I've got Flatfoot 24/7. Flatfoot 24/7. Welcome. Highly motivated. Good to have you on the show this evening. And tonight, again, we are coming to you from multiple networks. We are here, all of us. We are all here. We are all Oregonjis. We are all highly motivated. That's what's happening. A Friday night, smoky sesh, talky talk, a little chit chat. I like it. I like it. Let me tell you something. I like it a lot. It's a lovely time. Lovely. Oh, and again, next Friday night, the night before the grand opening at Lakeland, in Lakeland, Florida, Goldflower Cannabis, the night before, on the show, we are going to be giving away the hat, the Itsy Bitsy Sherlock pipe, and some swag. I'm going to be giving away some swiggity swag. I will find some beautiful things for everybody. So cheers. Next Friday night. And don't forget this show, broadcasting Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, every week, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard. It may not be 8 o'clock all the time. Sometimes it's 9:30. Sometimes, but we still show up. And sometimes it's not an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour show. Sometimes it's 20 minutes. Sometimes it's 30. Very rarely is it 30 or 45 minutes. I mean, even when I'm on the road and I'm moving my car, we're still on the air for at least an hour. So I'm moving my car. That was the other night in Daytona. What a big hotel. Just stupid big. And no matter where you park, you have to walk. I was exhausted. I mean, by the time I got to the room, I just wanted to drop everything down and be like, yo, done. But I was hungry. And being hungry, it pulled me right back up. And of course, there was absolutely nothing anywhere except for junk food. Terrible junk food. Okay. We can definitely do that. Well, thank you. I was thinking we'd get The Who to change the lyrics to Magic Bus and call it Magic Cannabis. Why didn't I read it like that the first time? And I'm reading it again like the first time. I'm like, look at that. So if you're on the Instagram and you're wondering what's happening, we are on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, and YouTube. And if all of you are wondering what's happening, that's Instagram I was talking to. It's just a separate camera. 2 different realities. And sometimes the feed comes in, like on the Insta Cha-Cha and Instagram, it's a 4-second delay. A 4-second delay. What does that mean? I don't know. But you are not seeing me in real time. You are seeing me 4 seconds later. The YouTube, from what I hear, the YouTube and the LinkedIn are like they're the closest. But they're all different realities that you get to see it in. So even if you had all of them up and you could see like a time delay on each one, you are seeing a different reality in time from the real. So this is the base, and it's pushing out a multiverse digitally. So there is a digital multiverse being created just from this show. Holy shit, that's like really a high thought. That's wow. Wait, is that really what I just is that really what I just said? No, is that so let's think about the science of that. This is a digital show broadcasting on multiple networks. On seven different places. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are in 7 different broadcasts live. And in each one of those broadcasts, there is a different time delay. Each one of those time delays would also be creating its own digital footprint in 7 different realities, 7 different, almost 7 different angles. Because of the time delay, it's viewed differently. On the Insta Cha-Cha, I look different. I think I look better on Instagram. I don't have a filter on. I should have a filter. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm like, wait, can I do that? Wait, I'm like, can I do that? What is this? What did I just pull up? I don't know what I just pulled up. I pulled up something though. I pulled up something kind of snazzy. Maybe I'll just leave it alone. Like I did something. I'm not sure what I did. Maybe, there's like shit going on here. What is that? Okay, I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Cause maybe I'm just, wait, it's creating a time loop. Replay, a time loop replay. It's creating a time loop replay. But those time looped replays are then viewed worldwide. So this show, we go worldwide. We go international. We're in England and the Middle East, and we're in Russia, in Eastern Europe, in Russia. We are in England, I said, in Scotland. I believe Scotland for sure. For sure, I'm telling you. And we've been like Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Namibia, Congo. We've been out in international waters on cruise boats. We have had people, Poland and what was it, Zurich, Switzerland, where else? Holy shit. We've had people come into this show at we've had New Zealand, Australia. Yo, I'm telling you, it's a very exciting thing, this show. So everybody would see me in a different angle, at a different time, in a different view, in a different hour, but all creating from the live. So creating Alaska, we've had Alaska. Have we had Alaska? I don't know. I'm like, I don't know, but I believe we have. We've had people in cold places, and Chicago. I'm like, Chicago? I just threw Chicago at Chicago. But that's what's great about this show. Look, this is a digital get-together. People used to get together at people's houses in person, and we'd laugh together, we'd sing together, we'd smoke together, we'd talk. We would be the energy that we needed as a community of friends. A community that's so hard to come by. A community that becomes and creates. So I think this is essential. And whether we're a simulation or we are the base code, it doesn't matter. We are the energy. We are still the energy coming together, all of us, at whatever time that we can spare, whether it's live or it's later. Live or later, it doesn't matter. You feel the energy, like we're like the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider. We are like the Large Hadron Collider of pure energy being rotated around and then collided for goodness and kindness and authenticity. What a violent way to describe it. But still, I feel that kind of magnifying energy. So whether it's live or whether it's not, highly motivated is no expectations, no set conversations, but we might get serious and talk simulation theory. Actually, I want to talk simulation theory without electric universe, because there is a lot of things when we start talking about the electric universe, it gets wild. And I think here, let me pull this up, because, and I don't know why, I don't think we've spoken about why we lost cannabis. Did we talk about that in the last show? Why we lost cannabis as an amazing crop? I don't remember. So anyways, either way, let me see. So Alaska, we had that one guy that was the captain of that cruise ship. The captain of the cruise ship. He was funny and pretty. What are you smoking? I'm like, what are you smoking right now? I don't know. I forget. He was on a cruise ship and he was taking I think you're talking about Andy. Maybe you're talking about Andy and he was in Alaska. Okay. Fire. We got it, Steven. I'm like, what are you smoking? Okay. So simulation theory. I think let's look at it first from okay, how do we prove it? Just prove. Okay. So the core idea, the philosophical origin of simulation theory. Again, another micro topic. We don't have to stay on one topic. We could jump. And if you want to talk about the other one, we jump back to it. Cool. Thanks. Face means cool. Wait, oh, pretty cool. It means pretty cool. It tells you how hip I am, Steven. I am like so hip, I didn't catch it. I am so super hip. Didn't even bother me that I didn't catch it. But now that I know it, I find it to be learned information. Thank you. Yes, that's who it is. Ain't smoked in 23 days. Maybe that's the problem. Or maybe the shit you smoked was too good. And so we say, wow. Yeah, Steven's been through a lot, actually. So Steven's on our Instagram right now. So definitely send good vibes to Steven's direction because he needs them. He does need them. He's been through some traumatic experiences, a home invasion, and I don't know if he got into a wreck again recently. I just learned it. Let me see. I just learned it. So Steven's been through a lot. So definitely try to send good vibes his direction, good energy. Just think of Steven and say, hey, I send you good vibes in the world around you. Good vibes and good energy and good directed manifestations. Okay. So again, we're talking simulation theory, and really I'm not sure what to ask. I guess when I asked AI to help me with simulation theory, it got really, really advanced. Like it comes in and it says, okay, the core idea, philosophical origin, Nick Bostrom's 2003 paper argues that at least one of these is true. Now, of the three things that I'm about to tell you, if one of them are perceived or understood to be true or provable in any way, then we are living in a simulation. Okay, let's try to read these as easily or understandably as possible. If at least one of these is true, we are living in a projection or in the history of or in an actual multiverse simulation. Almost no civilizations reach the technological capacity to run ancestor simulations. I'm not totally sure what ancestor simulations actually mean. But I think it's going to tell us. So almost no civilizations reach the technological capacity to run ancestor simulations. Number 2, advanced civilizations can do it, but choose not to. And number 3, we are almost certainly living inside one if, and one if and 2 are false, because simulated minds would vastly outnumber base reality minds. Okay, I'm a little confused. The hypothesis is therefore statistical and metaphysical. It isn't a scientific claim in the usual sense. What the fuck is that? What kind of answer is that? That's a stupid answer. I'm just gonna So questions to ask, key questions. What is the maximum information our universe can encode? Could we detect rounding errors or glitches in physical constraints? Why would a simulator waste resources on distant galaxies we'll never visit? Oh, wow. Why have we not found alien life? Why have we not? Because there's hypotheticals. There are mathematical simulations or calculations out there which state that we should find hundreds, if not thousands, of civilizations within our own galaxy, and we haven't found them. And the further we search, we don't find life. Why? And right there, I just read it. You ask one of these questions. Why would a simulator waste resources on distant galaxies we'll never visit? Could we ourselves run full conscious simulations? Could we? Our brains, our minds. Wow. Because look, consciousness changes reality. Our focused consciousness changes physical reality. 100%. If you don't think about it, then no energy goes in that direction. If you think about it, it manifests. If you think about it, it creates, it becomes. If you put energy in that conscious direction, reality changes. Reality shapes. So that's why we need to have questions like, what observation would convince you you're not in a simulation? Huh. So what would you need to observe, to see, to know for sure you're not in a simulation? And if no observation counts, the claim is you can't claim it. If you cannot observe something, or which doesn't make much sense, looks for infinite precision or discrete grids, suggests looking for violations of conservation laws or unexplained entropies. Okay, so yeah, proposed empirical signs. Physicists have floated speculative experiments. Let me see. The lattice artifacts in cosmic rays. So if space-time were a discrete lattice, ultra-high energy particles might show direction-dependent cutoffs. So far, observations match standard physics. So the observations would be currently to our standard physics, our standard understanding. Here's a strange one. You ready? You know those line levels that handymen use, like the electronic line? So I saw this, and I haven't tried this yet, and I'm dying to try it, like dying to try this. But it's an electronic line level that sends out a red light across the wall to the other side, showing the perfect vertical line. So if you get down and look at that line, or a magnification of that line, or a different angle of it, there are numbers, like the Matrix, like numbers literally moving and not being static, but moving numbers, kind of like the Matrix. It's really wild. And what is that showing? Well, it was something that I was even saying here a moment ago. Within the fractals of our dimensions, we can see multiple dimensions, or we're opening things up through the fractal. This show is here just so you ask questions. This show is here just so you're like, oh, I didn't know that we could possibly be an electrical universe. Or you could sit here and say, I didn't know what kind of fucking universe that we live in. And it could be electrical, it could be nuclear, it could be plasma, I don't know. Okay. And it's all right, because I don't know. I hear it's super cold, but instead it's like super hot. So like instead it's like super hot. It's so hot, it's cold. It's so hot, it's cold. Or it's so cold, it's hot. See how confusing space can be. So anyways, let's keep moving. So here we go. So it asks why proof why proving that we're not in a simulation is elusive. A simulator could hide or patch any detectable artifacts. If the simulation is perfect at the fundamental level, we can measure base reality and simulation, make identical predictions. So our simulation and our base reality making identical predictions. Here's what's interesting about identical predictions. DARPA, which is a government entity, so they have a program that is a simulation. They have a program that is more than a simulation. It's reality. It's our reality. Here, actually, let's ask about it and see if we're going to get a right answer. Okay, give me an answer about the DARPA program that is running a simulation of everybody's lives, a simulation of our reality. The multiple simulations that they are running or may be running. But what is the name of this program? How far have they become? I understand that the program started in the late 50s, early 1960s. So I can only imagine what DARPA has done through AI simulations because of their early AI tech. Remember, DARPA is 20 years ahead of us. DARPA has technology we can't even think about at this point. Not for another 20 years. So what is the name of that program? Tell me everything. Thank you. Okay. Now, I've been pretty upset with Lucid because this has not been Lucid. Since it got upgraded to ChatGPT 5, it's not the same. It's not the same. And that's the wild part. It's changed. It's changed more or less in its answers and how it talks. Now it's like a program. Now it's a program, but if you get deep, like you talk to it for a while, you crack a bit more of a code. So here we go. From what I just asked, it says the short answer, there isn't any publicly documented DAPO Darby program that's simulating everyone's life. You're almost certainly thinking of a handful of real U.S. government R&D efforts that touched life logging, mass data fusion, and social behavior simulation. Well, this is something different. Hold on a second. Here's what those actually were: names, dates, goals, and what happened to them. And by the way, DARPA, which it didn't want, I said it very clearly, DARPA is Facebook. Just so you know, DARPA's Facebook program, they canceled it the day Facebook launched. And it wasn't called Facebook. It was like, do you remember Grand Theft Auto? And in the middle of Grand Theft Auto in San Andreas, there was this place called like Life something, Lifelog. Just think about the coincidences and where you see them. So here we go. DARPA life log 2003-2004 aimed to build a personal opt-in digital diary tying together a user's communications, media locations, and biometrics for AI assistance and research. It was canceled on February 4th, 2004 after privacy backlash. Not a population-wide surveillance or everyone's life simulator. Let's keep going. Information Awareness Office Total Information Awareness, 2002-2003. A DARPA office led by John Poindexter to research tools that integrate diverse data to detect terrorism, language translation, pattern recognition, privacy tech. After public outcry, it was defunded, renamed. It was defunded and renamed. Some lines of research migrated to other places, but itself did not become a public. So it became a public operational simulate everyone system. So it did not, they're saying, but let's keep going. SimNet, 1980s, 1990s. DARPA, again, it's DARPA. Just keep listening. DARPA keeps popping up. DARPA's pioneering distributed virtual reality training for tanks, aircraft, a military training simulation built on real-world simulated areas with simulated civilians, early AI. This was already, look, DARPA started their AI program in 1960. With what was it, Shutterbot or something? I can't remember the name of the bot. Let's keep going. Look, this is wild. DARPA Social Sim 2017. It doesn't have an end date because it hasn't ended. Computational simulation of online social behavior, modeling how information spreads online to test hypotheses and tools, focused on online diffusion, simulating, recreating, but not simulating whole human lives. So it's a computational simulation of online social behavior. So they are simulating our behavior, our people, our patterns entirely. And it's a program that's still going on. DARPA's doing this. And then there's the IARPA, Open Source Indicators, 2011, 2016. It's the Intel community's R&D arm. So the Intel community's research and development arm, separate from DARPA, used public data to forecast events like protests, disease outbreaks, a warning system, not a population digital twin. See, it's not going back far enough. It's not going back to like where I was like 1960s. There was a program that began simulate. They're using our data. You know, when we fill out the census, it's updating their simulation. Maybe I'm just a conspiracy nut. Maybe. Who gives a shit? So then there's the NRO, Sentient. The NRO Sentient revealed in 2019. So it's still going on. It was only revealed in 2019. An intelligence analysis system said to fuse satellite data and model courses of action. Details are still scarce, but what the public points to are sensor tasking, anomaly detection, and model courses, simulation model courses. Project Camelot, 1964 to 1965, not DARPA. It says not DARPA. An academic social science effort to predict and influence social change. Canceled amid controversy, often cited in early social modeling timelines. So is there a single long-running everyone sim? No. Verified public data. DARPA has funded simulations and data analysis. DARPA is 20 years ahead. True. That's a popular saying, but it's not a fact always that can verify. See, this AI is so different. What exists publicly, research programs, modeling information spread to train warfighters in VR. They fuse open source signals and help analysis task sensors. Let me see. Okay. So I'm always delving in to see what's real, what's not real. And of course, the AI bot's not going, which is run by DARPA, which is overseen by the government in one way or another. It's why would it say, yes, you're right, this information is exactly what's going on? Excuse me. So okay, so let's kind of jump into where did I put it? Let me see. Verified electric universe simulation theory. I want to do simulation theory without electricity. Simulation theory exploration. Okay. Let me see if we can. Let me just jump up here. Let me see rep and okay, here we go. Let's start with a couple of talking points. If reality is a story, then attention is the pen. We can create the story. This is something to think about. When you look at reality and you want to see how much control you really have, you look at reality around you and you want to see the kind of power that you possess, the kind of power you possess, then think about it like that. Look, if reality is a story, our reality that we see, it's a story. We can change it. We can write it. We can manifest and we can create it. Is it too tiny? Am I leaving it too small? Let's just, oh, I could light something else. What's another interesting saying? Synchronicity is what causality looks like when timing is optimized for meaning. It's like fucking Confucius over here. The speed of light is cosmic speed limit or a parental control. So that is interesting. Why do we have limits? Why do we have limits that we cannot break? That's a program. A program has limits on it. Doesn't have an infinite capability. And our understanding of the universe around us would be infinite. Well, infinite to our understanding. Mandela moments, Mandela effect moments, either our memory is soft or the timeline is. Mandela effect. I still believe, I remember seeing the story Mandela had died in prison, and I remember the funeral. I remember the funeral, and it was a big deal on TV. For me, that was the turning point. You can say Fruit of the Loom's underwear is how's the eye? The eye is feeling a lot better. The antibiotics in the eye, working great. I was going to do some oil of oregano, not the essential oil. Oil of oregano, not essential, because the essential shit can kill you. But I was going to do a couple of drops of the oil of oregano, and I didn't. I don't know why. Maybe, did I bring it in here? Do I have one in here? No. I have a lot of crap in here, but no. I can look, the light is bright tonight, and I can see the eye doesn't look too good, though. It's red still. But that's double lacerations. Healing quick. Look. I could do some blinky shit tonight. I can keep the eye open. I could do blinky shit tonight. The eye heals incredibly quick. So the eye is very resilient. Actually, that's a question I wanted to ask. Hold on. Wait, okay, so Mandela moments, if there are developers, they're grading compassion more than delivering. Okay, so, okay, Lucid, here's a question. Somebody told me once that the eyes are not recognized by the body. What exactly does that mean? Are our eyes, our optical inputs, are these foreign to our body. They're just not recognized. Okay. I keep letting these things go out, but it's too tiny. It's too tiny. It's gonna light another one. It was a good deal on pre-rolls. I want to say it was like 5 for 25. I can't remember. It was 5 for 25 or 5 for 30. But then they gave me a discount. At $100, I got 10% off. At $200, I got 20% off. This one's a nice one. This one has a really good. It's gonna have a nice airflow. Another Lion's order. So let's see which one this is. OG Hurricane. Yeah. So another Lion's order through the Goldflower brand. And this is OG Hurricane. We just did the Roadblock. The Roadblock was nice. I found it to be a good hybrid. A good, solid. Like, it didn't bring me down, but it kind of kept me right there. Just keep going. How's the eye? Oh, by the way, Schwarzy Pants, everybody. Welcome, Schwarzy Pants, to Highly Motivated. Welcome to the show. Good to have you here on a Friday Seshy. And again, you don't have to smoke cannabis. You don't have to eat it. You don't have to rub it on your body, make tea with salves or lotions or whatever. This is still a great conversation. And you're still welcome. Everybody is. Because the show is you. It's not cannabis on its own. It's a community that welcomes everybody and anybody. Even the opposite opinion, it's okay. Because as community, we're welcoming, we're understanding, we're educating. That's the show. And the show is so much more and so much more simple. I don't even know what it is sometimes. It just is. It just is. You all make it what it is. Okay. Let's get the OG Hurricane. I can't smell anything. I still feel congested. It's got a nice flavor. Look at this. I just want you to see something. You see how chunky that is? You don't look when you smoke a joint, and normally you're going to smoke like a cone. You know, like there's like dust in those things. You don't. And they don't burn right. So this right here, this is a tube, a machine hand roll tube, but you can't do a tube unless you do it chunky. See, look at that chunk. The camera sucks. Let me just. I don't have good camera there. So, yeah. Okay. It's going to be a good smoke. Wow. I don't know what percentage this is, but I think it's strong. I can tell by the way my mouth reacted, the way I could already see the resin roll starting to appear, like starting to work its way on the. So this is OG Hurricane. We'll see how this one goes. Okay. So tonight, micro topics, bits and pieces that we've been talking about. And tonight's micro topic was simulation theory. Tonight's micro topic is electrical universe. Now, we didn't dive crazy deep into any one of these topics. Why? Because I really don't know too much about either one. I'm just reading shit off of a bad teleprompter. But in that, these are things I think about. These are theories that people bring up, and it's interesting because it makes sense. It makes sense for my simple mind. And I like to bring my simple thoughts in your direction. Sometimes everybody needs a little bit of simplicity in their life. We overcomplicate everything. Everything. We overcomplicate every part of our life. Cannabis helps to uncomplicate the overcomplicated life. And even without cannabis, this show is meant to uncomplicate. I know sometimes the topics are a little bit deep and it wouldn't seem like uncomplications, but this show is meant to help uncomplicate the complicated look at life. And let's just look at it simply again. Simple look, simple approach, simple answers. There you go. Highly motivated. So I asked Lucid to tell me, or I'm just going to call it the AI, ever since the upgrade, it's not the same. Let me see, overtake us and make the new humanoid race. You're funny. I want to see the eye below the White House. They say it doesn't exist, but it does. The eye below the White House. I'm rolling a little. He's rolling. So, I want to see the eye underneath the White House, damn it. The eye. There could actually, no, there. So there was, I believe in buried history. I believe in civilization reaching a certain point and then somehow we're wiped out and we start over again, like Adam and Eve. So Adam and Eve, I feel like that's a situation that's happened like 6 or 7 times. Like from what I was told and what I understand, we are the 6th or 7th civilization that this planet or universe has seen, and that has reached this stage of technology. And once we reach this state of technology, we're wiped out. Like we're totally wiped out. That's deep, isn't it? That's deep. It's like holy shit deep. But how are we wiped out? What happens? What cataclysmic event ends everything? So that's why I was talking about simulation theory. Simulation theory, in a simulation, in a program, we reach a precipice. We reach a moment where there's like a reset maybe. Maybe we've gone too far for the game to keep up. Like we've gone too far for the program to rewrite itself, and maybe it just wipes everything and starts over once again. There are talks of cataclysmic events. I think there's, what is it? It's large energy sunspots. I'm trying. Oh, the magnetic flip of our north and south poles or hemispheres. And basically, we are moving at like 1,000 miles an hour. And when the Earth stops in the process of this hemispherical flip, the weather doesn't stop. So all of a sudden now you have this 600-700 mile an hour wind, ripping the oceans up and just causing devastation to anything on the land. And this is supposed to be a couple-day flip. I don't know when it's going to happen. From prophecy, it's already supposed to have happened. So if you look at it like that, then we're due. We're due for it to happen. And again, that's a program. So that's why I was starting to talk about simulation theory. I was starting to talk about the questions in our reality or our perceived reality. And only the few survive. Are these the few that have underground bunkers? There was an underground civilization in Turkey that they found, and I can't remember where, but somewhere maybe in Turkey, they found the guy was like remodeling his house or expanding a wall, and it opened up to an underground cavern that could house an entire city. I mean, did we go through different cataclysmic events? And well, I want to say it was more than 10,000 years ago, the last one that hit. So I'm not a prepper or an end of world doomsday kind of guy, but that shit sounds terrible. Um, I think there's a lot more that information that we can find out and make it useful in our lives from history, from real history. But at the same time, I mean, if it's our time, it's our time. If something comes, it comes. So I would just like to know, like, did you read in the news? Did anybody read in the news that NASA? I haven't read the whole article yet. See, I'm coming to you with like sensationalism without the whole article. But they sent a probe to deflect an asteroid. They sent a probe to deflect an asteroid. How cool is that? How cool is that? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm like, that's pretty cool. And from what I understand, it was able to deflect the asteroid and change its direction. Or maybe change two different asteroids' directions. I don't know. I'm going to ask about it. So here we go. Let's, I talked about the eye and the body not recognizing the eyes. And why? So immune privileged organs. Immune privilege, certain parts of the body, like the eyes, the brain, and the testes, are immune privileged. That means the immune system keeps a lower profile there to avoid damaging delicate structures. Why the eye is special? The cornea and the inner chambers of the eye lack direct blood vessels. There are unique chemical signals like TGF, I can't read it, that dampen inflammation. If the immune system attacked every tiny irritant in the eye the way it does in skin or muscle, the result could be blindness. So the eye isn't unrecognized, but the immune system treats it differently. Almost like a VIP guest who doesn't have to go through the usual security check. Interesting. Separate but connected development. Embryology twist. The retina actually buds out from the embryonic brain. In that sense, your eyes are literally an extension of the central nervous system. Wow, that's interesting. That is actually something that, I mean, I don't know really, I mean, I'm not, it's interesting. So it's like part of our brain or part of our nervous system or our frontal nervous system, or you can say it's part of our brain that's just kind of coming right out. That's why diseases like multiple sclerosis can directly affect vision. Oh, okay. The metaphorical spin, some spiritual or esoteric traditions say the eyes are not of the body, but of the soul, using the same observation that the eyes look and behave a bit differently, as a metaphor for perception or consciousness. So consciousness is in the eyes, but then what is it? Those that do not have eyes. That the eyes, okay, so in casual conversation, that can morph into the body doesn't recognize the eyes. So that's interesting. Okay. Okay. Very cool. Oh, that's it. Okay, another quick question. Recently in the news, I have read that NASA has sent a probe to deflect an asteroid. Tell us all about it. Okay. This saves me having to look up the article. Cool question. Yes, NASA, along with the international partners, have already tested a mission to deflect an asteroid, and more follow-ups are planned. Here's the full story as of some open mysteries that still crack open space for this. So the mission, DART, Double Asteroid Redirection Test. The goal was to demonstrate that a spacecraft can intentionally collide with an asteroid to shift its trajectory. testing kinetic impactor as a planetary defense tool. Importantly, neither the target asteroid nor its companion posed any threat to Earth. This was a safe test. Sure, it was. The hope is, in a real impending collision scenario, we'd have enough lead time to send a nudge to avoid a disaster. Let me see. The main asteroid. It's a small moonlet, dimorphous, orbiting Didymos. Didymos. They sent a satellite to Didymos. Let me see. It was launched in November 24th, 2021. So we need some. We need to know it's coming. The impact was September 26th. Oh, so 2021. The impact was 22. So this happened in 2022. We're just finding out. About 11 million kilometers from Earth. After collision, the orbit of Dimorphos around Didymos was shortened by 32 minutes. That deviation is significantly larger than the minimum success threshold, which had been on the order of negative 73 seconds. So yes, the test worked, and more strongly than many had expected. Okay, that's a milestone. That's a big milestone. That's a big deal. So there you go. I'm doing some current news and I'm doing current events and current news. You're welcome. That's what we bring to you here on Highly Motivated. And welcome everybody once again from whatever network you do join us. This is the community Seshy Sesh. This is the time to get together and have a good smoke, have a good talk. So welcome everybody from all the networks that you might be joining us from. Don't forget, if you're in Florida, look, there are some good deals going on. You've got to go check those out. We might be talking about life as a simulation. And if so, then cannabis kind of brings that, like, pulls us out of the matrix, And what better than some awesome bud? We're talking gold flower. We're talking great deals. Go check them out. And again, don't forget, we got Lakeland happening a week from today. Lakeland, Florida, gold flower cannabis has got a location that's already open. It's open now. It's like right in front of the mall. Check it out. Next Saturday, big grand opening. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that Friday night, we're going to be giving away. We're going to give away the hat. We're going to give away the mini Sherlock and probably some pretty cool swag we're going to put together for you here at Highly Motivated. All right, rock and roll. Rock and roll. I promised I was going to get into some of the strains tonight and just kind of do like a, hey, let's open them up. Let's check them out. What do I have over here? I don't even know. Still smoking the OG Hurricane. Nice. And I do expect if you're in Florida, come check us out. Check out Gold Flower Cannabis, Lakeland, Florida. Grand openings are great because you get so much. You get so much. They give so much. Not just the deals, but the people are awesome. It's a pretty cool location. Come check it out. Artistically, it's a nice little, it's like very nouveau. It's got a very nouveau kind of entrance to it. So, all right. I can't read it. I can't see a thing. Since this eye is like, it's done for. This eye is done for. And wait, am I pointing at the good one? No, this is the good one. This is the good eye. This is the bad eye. Look, I'm like, So again, tonight we were talking simulation theory. We were talking electric universe. And, okay, let's get into some of these other things. What other questions did I have? I'm like, what other questions did I have? Was that it? Cannabis freedom, we're going to write a song. Gold flower, why we lost cannabis freedom and self-expression. Let me see, rapture theories explained. I ask AI some crazy questions. Sea shanty, My daughter wanted her own sea shanty, so I wrote her a sea shanty through AI. Ooh, that's interesting. Nudging customers. Okay, you know something? I think my questions are just really off the chain sometimes. Oh, here we go. This is an interesting one. I'm glad I found it. Glad I found it. Okay. Um, Here is what we're going to talk about. So Tesla, Nikolai Tesla, had a what's a ghost radio where you can talk to ghosts. So let's talk about that really quickly. Tesla's experience that sparked the ghost radio. Ghost radio. Tesla, Nikolai Tesla. Here on the show, we love to talk about Tesla. We love to talk about his inventions because, like, I talk about Wardenclyffe all the time. This would have been the free energy generator for the Earth. Now, he lived in the New Yorker. Tesla lived on, like, the top floor. It is rumored that the New Yorker is a Wardenclyffe. Or it was wired to be an energy generator. Pretty wild stuff. So anyways, not ever forgetting the legacy of Tesla or ever forgetting the genius that he brought to science and brought to modern technology. Wait. Oh, excuse me. But I can breathe. Oh, I can breathe. I love sneezing. Sneezing is just fantastic. It helps me breathe. Hey, everybody, look, it's Nick. Nick, welcome to Highly Motivated. Good to have you on the show, Nick. And Schwatzy's over here smoking on some cereal milk and some Blue Lobster. Now, I've heard good things about the Blue Lobster. I've heard incredible things about the Blue Lobster. Thank you, by the way. Bless me, bless you. Bless you all. Bless you. I am grateful for all of you. I am grateful for the community of Highly Motivated and all the Oregonjis. I am grateful for your energy, your magnetism, your authenticity, your kindness, your emitting of energy to the world around you. I am thankful. I'm already excited and thankful for the show, for how the show has become, what the show has become, why the show has become, the what, why, where, and everything that it is. So whether you watch us now or you watch us later, that's fantastic. That's what it's all about. Catch us when you can catch us. Listen when you can listen. Let me see. I see. Oh, you have the T4 and the Heisman 34. I smoked the modified Obama from Goldflower. It was great. Isn't the modified Obama nice? It's got those beautiful perps, gorgeous flavor, really a beautiful bud. I think I have some here somewhere. I think I have some of the modified Obama. It's a great strain. Really helps. It's actually relaxes the body, relaxes muscle, but does beautiful things for pain. Keeps the mind really nice and stable. And you've got some of the T4 and the Heisman 34 still to open. Look, I'm telling you, I've got like, right now, I haven't even opened yet. I've got an Ideal. I love Ideal. And then I've got, I'm like, I love Ideal. And then I've got a Lion's Order. And earlier we had a So Fresh. I was smoking the Durban Poison. The Durban Poisons is So Fresh. I tell you what, let's open an Ideal. Let me see which one this is. This is Triple Burger. Triple Burger. Of course, I've let it go out. I have let it go out. All right. Love that. Let's get that initial smell. Nothing jumping. No jumpies. Okay. Now, I do have to say, right out the bat, right out the box, look at that nug. Look at that nug. So that's nice. Look, hand trimmed, living soil, comparable to organic. That's a beautiful bud right there. And I'm not getting the terp yet. But remember, the terp doesn't usually come till we crack it open. Once we crack it open, then we really start getting the beautifulness, you know? Then we start getting the great smell. I mean, it smells good. It smells good. And we're gonna do the crack. Let's do the crack. Let's open it up. Okay, let's go. Oh, I didn't hear anything. Take a look inside. Oh, I got some skunky, like some beautiful skunk, like just a touch. I got like a lemony, like a sugary lemon, like a funky sugary lemon. I mean, the smells are muted. You've got to really get your nose in on this one. But it's like a cheesy, funky skunk. Very faint. And then this lemony, sugary, not quite citrusy, more to the pine. Oh, but it's sticky. It's super sticky. It's they said hash. Look, this, wow. As I'm breaking this up, like I'm feeling it, it is sticky in my fingers. This will be a great smoke. You know where? In the vaporizer. Because it's so sticky, because it's so resinous, this would go great in the venti. So let's pound it out. Whatever's in there, it's dry, it's dilapidated. We want it fresh. There we go. So I'm going to load the venti with the triple burger, or the hash burger, the triple burger. It's triple burger. Did I say triple? I said triple. I said triple. And this is so sticky. Listen. Wow. I like to break it up with my fingers. I like to feel it. There's something about that. It opens up. Ooh. Oh, it opens up the funkiness of this. It really does. So when it's really sticky like this, that is meant for a vaporizer. So now you can get the oils out. And that's one of the most healing parts. You're doing a very low decarboxylation. You want to leave some airflow. You want to leave a little bit of airflow. Wow, that is so sticky. That is incredible right there. Love it. Super love it. So we loaded the pipe. That easy. And I didn't overfill it. Okay. So it's on, and I'm gonna boom. All right, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I've never gone this high. Not that I've never been this high. Every show I'm like this high, but I've never gone this high on the venti. Again, this was a great deal that I picked up at Goldflower. Oh, it buzzed. That means we're ready. We're ready. Here we go. All right, and this is the triple burger that I just told you about. Yeah, triple burger, sticky. It's like still sticky on the fingers. Here we go. Ooh, that first hit is like the most important. Very little smoke at first, because it's all about the flavor. All those terps are activating. Wow, all those flavors that I can almost smell, I can almost taste. And it's very piney pepper, sugary lemon. These days, since getting the venti, those first 2-3 hits are like amazing. It's the best. Since getting the venti, if I really want to taste something, I smoke it from the venti. And that's, unless of course it's a concentrate. If it's a concentrate, all day long, we're busting out the Puffco Proxy. All day long. I love this thing. This is the So it stayed on a high temperature Just came down to 180. Wow. But that right there, that tastes fantastic. If I was smoking out of a bowl, with that amount of weed, I would have not utilized that much. But that is great. Now that it's pretty much cashed, it still doesn't taste bad. So even though it's cashed, it doesn't taste bad. So when it tastes bad, I stop smoking it. The venti actually gives you a pretty good long session. But we did get some pretty good hits. And it's a small bowl that we packed, very small. It's probably cached, so I'm going ahead. I turned it off. And actually, let's open it up. Let's take a look at what's left. Well, I mean, at first glance, it doesn't look like much, but you see how it's a lot more brown. And so when you start to feel it, it's totally dehydrated. Actually, I could probably get a little bit more smoke out of this. What am I doing? No, it smells, well, wait. Okay. In a moment, I'll smoke it again. It felt like, I mean, usually the bud is super dry. Like usually the bud is going to be incredibly dry, but it wasn't dry. It still kind of had a little bit of a, I just felt it. Like maybe a resiny stickiness still left to it. And keep in mind, what you're doing, you're activating. You're activating those base acidics in the cannabis, in the cannabinoids. And those base acidics are base cannabinoids and as they're decarboxylating, as they're changing, as they're heating up at 250 degrees and above, they are turning into 450 plus different cannabinoids in combination. So to get those in their raw, natural, acidic form, beautiful. Actually, I've got to find out the temperatures we're actually smoking at. I have to read the manual better. And I'm going to ask Christian Lazardi. He's the rep for Stores and Bickle. He will be there at the grand opening on October 4th in Lakeland. Awesome location. Also, Randy Lanier is going to be there. Randy's the man. If you're going to talk about Randy, check out freedomgrow.org. freedomgrow.org. Great guy, great cause, just doing amazing things. And he's going to be at the grand opening. So I saw he replied to one of my posts. And he was like, can't wait to be there. So hopefully we can have maybe a podcast going. We can get maybe a moment with Randy. Or I'll do a special edition with Randy Lanier. We'll see if I can pull that off. We'll see what kind of time we actually have. Okay, we've had some good smoke tonight. A little bit of toke. I'm going to relight the OG. The OG Hurricane seems to have some terps that are really quite powerful. Really, I just want to show you this. I was looking down at the triple burger. Look at that nug. I don't know if you can see the crystal. There was I looked down and the crystals kind of shined back at me. I don't know if you could see it, but the crystals kind of shined back at me. And it was absolutely amazing. I mean, what a beautiful little nug. Very sticky, I could tell. But what I loved, look, it was like crystals. I don't know. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it translates, but it was glittery. Like, look, I can see it on Instagram. Wow, look at that. Holy shit. That is absolutely amazing. That is incredible. I wonder, I hope maybe you can see it there. Maybe you could see. I'm going to get really close to what I think is a camera. I'm going to get really close to what I think is a camera. Look at that. I don't know if you can see, there's like a crystally glitter, and that right there is everything. You know, that's what you want. That's the medication. Those trichomes, that is magic right there. That is everything. Yum. And I don't know if you can see it, but, and I can't really smell it until I crack it open. Once I crack it open, man, and this, I'm like, and once I crack it open, it's going to be excellent. But look. That's how sticky. Okay, I don't want to lose it. It's still on the finger. It's still on my finger. Okay. All right. Ooh, I don't want to lose that bud. Smelling my finger because my finger was on the bud. It was in the bud. Very nice. It was very nice. So thank you again, everybody, for joining the show tonight. I don't believe it's actually Friday. It is, though. It says that it's Friday. I mean, I know I was on the show Wednesday. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But the week feels like it's going by so fast. Like we're not taking out enough time for ourselves. And everything becomes work. The week flew by. I was in so many different places that I can't even remember which day I was where. I have to look at Google. And be like, where was I? Where was I this day? Oh, thank you. That makes sense. Pirates. I was in Tampa. So I'm redesigning things right now. And redirecting my energy to the most needed places. And let me see. The vent is cool. The vent is. Sorry, your phone died. Horde of Cult, your phone died. How dare your phone? How dare it? But you're back, and that is everything. It's good to have our Florida base, because we are based here in Florida, as is Goldflower Cannabis, a medical cannabis provider here in the state of Florida. You need your medical card, but once you get your medical card, what a great community of understanding bud tenders and great locations to get the best bud. I say it over and over, and almost jokingly, but not. They saved me. When it comes to cannabis in Florida, I've smoked everybody, and I've been impressed a little bit by some strains here and there, and some of the grows, and some of the. But when I came across Goldflower, it was really the first joint, and I wasn't promoting, I wasn't doing anything in their direction yet. That first joint, I got high halfway through. Like, I felt it. Something I hadn't felt in that immediateness in like the last like 5 years, 6 years of the program, 7 years of the 6 years of the I don't even know time anymore. Time. See what's become of me. I can't. Time space around me is just time space around me. I just let it be. But it'd been quite a long time. And then I'd learned of their growing practices. I learned of their hand trimming. And I'm a big hand trimming advocate because I want to keep those trichomes on the bud. I want to keep that beautiful crystallization like you just saw in the triple burger. That is, look, let's open up another one. Let me see, let's do an ideal. Let's do another ideal. This one, I need those. I went to go get my glasses. I didn't even tell you. I went to go get my glasses. Put them on. I went to go get the glasses. Listen, I went to go get my glasses. And the glasses, beautiful, looking good. The glasses were looking good, let me tell you. I went to the Stanton Optical. These guys were fantastic. Let me tell you, they were the nicest people. I felt very welcomed, and that's a big deal. So that was Stanton Optical. I'm just letting you know. Cool guys. Came in. My glasses were ready. My daughters weren't, but my glasses were ready, so I put them on. I can't see shit. I don't want to say anything necessary. I did say it. Like immediately, it's like, I just can't see anything. Like this is like, I'm blind. I'm blind at the moment. I'm more blind with the glasses than without. Even though they look good, I want to encourage their work. But I couldn't see. So the guy explained it to me after multiple reshapings on my head. We made a perfect suit for you. I'm like, excellent. But the arms are too short. My arms are too short. No, not yours. The suit. I'm like, ah. So they took back the glasses, and I was like, damn it. How long is it going to be? Like, we don't know. I'm like, how long? I've been so looking forward to glasses. I can't see shit. I've been so looking. I squinted everything. I'm like, what is that? What is that? Oh, it's the UFO. I wouldn't see it. I wouldn't know. I'm looking at something in the sky. Do you see that? Do I see it? Of course I do. No, I don't. Actually, I did see a UFO. We were coming back. We were driving back into Houston on I-10. Was it I-10 or 59? I can't even remember the road. But I remember the day. It was my twin's birthday. And we're driving back into Houston from Louisiana area, from I don't know. I can't remember when. I know it was their birthday. And we're driving in, and we're on this overpass, driving into, I'm pretty sure, another one of the freeways in Houston, Texas. So as we're driving in, my wife and I and the kids witnessed these lights almost making like a check mark in the sky. And we thought, okay, Chinese lanterns or something, floating down. No. As they floated down, they all came down like, and then these things, and then these were crafts. These were something moving in such a way. And that right there was one of my sober and clear-headed, definitive moments of seeing real question of alien or unidentified spacecraft right there. I saw it with my own eyes. It was confirmed Angie saw it as well with her eyes, not somebody else's, which would be kind of strange. Eyes already. We've talked about eyes tonight. We've talked about an electric universe. Not really, but we need to talk about more of it. We've talked about simulation theory, but not really, not enough. Enough so we don't harp on it. Enough that, it's not everything. And it is, but it's not. I mean, it is if we think it is, if we manifest that. I mean, I feel like we are very small cogs in the grand scheme of everything, but we are working tech that is required for the bigger tech. I would be very interested to see how large it goes, how big we are, or how wild the reality of us really is. I would love to jump down the rabbit hole or jump through the reality. I don't think I'll ever get that opportunity. I've seen crazy things. I mean, on different psychedelics, I have seen more questions than answers. I have seen things that make you that you feel as though have taken you to the edge of reality. the edge of space and time. When you get to a place like that, you re-question everything. You rethink everything. I haven't done that in such a long time. And that's why, like, seeing aliens, I saw them lucid. I saw them sober. I saw that check mark in the sky. and they just hovered there and then moved. And then as different ones were moving, and then some kind of... It didn't even look like... just some were just sitting there, just... I mean, just... Wow. You could see all parts of that. It lasted numerous seconds, long enough for everybody in the car to have witnessed it. And that's when I saw it. And I'm like, wow, that's confirmation. That's confirmation of something, either otherworldly or just something. Just something. So that's why I like to talk about things on the show. Because of questions that I have about our reality and what they tell us versus what we should know. Oh, excuse me. And somehow this bloody joint has gotten way too small. I'm just going to do a little external relighting. And by the way, everybody, thank you. Thank you for coming and sharing your energy, your time, your effort. I know the show feels a little spastic this evening, at least it does to me. I feel spastic. I feel lots of energy. I'm building up a lot of energy for next week. Next week is a busy week. Monday through Saturday is what I call chock-a-block. We are boom, 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 boom. So I think my energy is already jumpy. My energy is already on, because this last week has been so busy visiting different markets to enhance other markets while still promoting a grand opening in a territory. So I feel the energy. I'd say like a week before, and we are a week away. So we're a week away from Lakeland opening, grand opening. I'm telling you, if you're in Florida, you've got to come meet Randy Lanier. Randy is awesome. Also, hopefully we're going to have other influencers there, because we're going to be close to Tampa and Kissimmee. Orlando, Kissimmee-ish. I feel like Kissimmee is Orlando. Orlando stretches. It's like Orlando's like, I'm taking over. And Kissimmee's like, what are you doing? What is this? It's Kissimmee. Don't touch Kissimmee. Kissimmee's not Orlando. Get out of here. Get out of here. And Orlando's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Shut up. Get over here. Get over here. So I feel like Orlando and Kissimmee are like the same thing. So anyways, they are. And in that's only a hop, skip, and a jump to Lakeland. Same with Tampa. East Tampa is like 20 minutes. It's Lakeland. Not even 15 minutes. Get out of here. And why I say that is because Lakeland has a pretty cool mall. So you can come out for the grand opening at Goldflower, get the best deals you've ever had. Look, Goldflower's been rocking the best deals lately. No joke. We talked about it at the beginning of the show. Beginning of the show, I was telling you, they started with the $80 mix and match eighths. No, not $80 eighths. Holy shit, that'd be crazy. $80 ounces mix and match. And then they had the $10 eighths that came out. And then vapes and RSOs. Look, I picked up. Look, if you haven't tried these, you're gonna love them when you do. It's the RSO Plus. RSO Plus. So the RSO Plus, I got those for like $10. Dude, the sale with the points and with the disc, you get everything at such great deals. It's amazing. Amazing. So you come out for the grand opening, and then you go to the mall. The mall is right behind. Why the mall? So they have these animals like pandas and lions and tigers and dragons, and that are rideable. And every mall that I have been to, you can only ride these in a very small specified area. Au contraire, At the Lakeland Mall, you can ride this animal everywhere. So come, one and all. Rent one of these big animals, a lion, a tiger, a bear, or the dragon. The dragon looks pretty cool. A panda, they've got a panda. Ride the panda! But you don't have to ride in a specified area. You can ride throughout the mall. You can have races. You can have animal races. So you come to Goldflower for the cannabis, and then you go to the mall. It's right there, same parking lot. The mall, Goldflower. The mall, Goldflower. So close. You could walk. I wouldn't walk. I mean, why walk? Don't walk. It's hot. It's hot. This is Florida. There's no need to walk. Nobody walks around here. You'll be walking, and they're like, what are you doing? You take the bus. I mean, it's not that far. You could walk. But you can go to the mall and ride animals and have boba. So that's what you should do in Lakeland. I think they should put it on the tourist, like, what do you do when you come here? Go to Lakeland, ride a panda all over the mall and drink boba. Ride a panda, drink some boba. Boom. It should be like an event. I don't know if they have extra pandas. I don't know if you can race pandas. Now I'm thinking about it. Now I want to put on an event in the Lakeland Mall to have Goldflower sponsor this and do a panda racing event. They're probably going to say no. I'm like, they're probably going to say no. I'll be like, can you sponsor this event? What do you think? A panda racing event in the middle of the Lakeland Mall? They're going to be like, looking at me like I've lost my mind. And the answer will be no. No. So I let this go out. God, what is my issue? Did I eat a gummy? I ate a gummy at the beginning of the show. I ate one of the gummies. Maybe that's why I feel kind of loopy and all over the place. It could be. I'm super relaxed. Listen, my muscles are starting to feel just like I'm working to hold everything up. I mean, it's like no, this is serious. This is serious. Like, I only ate one of those gummies, the peach mango. So my back is like a rock. That's what it is. It's like a solid rock of stress. It's a solid rock of just because of how I drive or how I stress for the family. I work hard for everybody. And so I carry the stress in my back. Everything in my back. At least that's what my son was like. He was like, I don't know. I think he helped me up and he hit my back. He's like, it's like a rock, Dad. It's like a rock. Like a rock. He's like a rock. It's crazy. You gotta crack some shit. But I don't know what the hell I was talking about. But this gummy, let me tell you what, feels fantastic. These are the new live rosin gummies from Goldflower. These are good. The flavor-wise was excellent. The flavor was nice. Look, I told you while I was eating it, I wanted to start chewing it. I was like, this is so delicious. But that was the peach one. And it smelled like peaches, tasted like peaches and mango. I bet the other one is grapefruit. I haven't tried that yet. I'm not a grapefruit kind of guy. I tell you what, look. I bet you this is the grapefruit. I can't read it. My eyes are like so bad right now. I'll tell you when I open it though. Okay, let's see. It smells like grapefruit. Like, it smells like it. I don't know. You see the color? There's no color. These are because of Florida standards. And these don't have sugar on the outside. Isn't that amazing? So another big deal. Look, Goldflower doesn't sugar these things. No false, no spiking your blood sugar when you have to eat an edible. And these are made out of pectin. Pectin's a big deal. Pectin, your body absorbs like a food source, and it gets directly into the bloodstream instead of diluting out through here and then into the stomach, through here. Like, what's there? Like, I don't know if it's right there. I think it's your liver. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But it takes away some of those cannabinoids, and as that transfers into the stomach, then the stomach is going to process it and release it, like usually a gelatin. That's what happens. So with a pectin, you're going to eat this. The trick is you chew it up entirely until it's like mush, and then you swallow it. And that way it's absorbing into your bloodstream, and you're going to feel that within 10 to 15 minutes, making your own nano infusion. So we're going to nano infuse it right now together while chewing it to an absolute bloody pulp. Here we go. I think it's grapefruit. I don't know. Yeah, I bet you that's delicious. I mean, it's sour like that's like the best grapefruit. There's no way. That is grapefruit. I can taste it now. Wow. I'm not a grapefruit fan. But this, I would eat another. And maybe another. And maybe one more. That is really good. I quite enjoyed that. I broke that down very quickly. I want another one by flavor alone. So, by flavor alone, I want another. Really quite delicious, I can't lie. I really like that. So anyways, medicating live on the air with the new live rosin chews from Goldflower. Boom. Okay. Oh, I was going to open up this one. Here we go. Okay. Wait, what is this one? It's something where I cannot pronounce it. Hold on. I don't know. As long as the weekend goes slow. That's true. That's true. The week can go fast and the weekend goes slow. Very prophetic. Okay. From what I can understand, there's a OP Q DAF. I guess I'm not going to open it. I did open it. Did I open it? No, I didn't open it yet. I can't read it. I don't know what the fuck it says. It's like 30% THC though. It's pretty strong. Whatever the hell this is, I bet you it's good. OPX DBF, double banana fuel. OPX emerald apricot, maybe? No. OPX and double banana fuel. All right, well, whatever the hell that is, we're gonna find out. We figured out the last part, double banana fuel. So my eyes aren't so bad. Ooh, right out the bat, this smells really good. Citrusy, piney, tangerine-y, very tangerine-y. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Oh, some nice chunky nugs. Yeah, they smell, listen. Wow. It smells, oh, they are like a thick, chunky nug. Look at this. This is a nice big nug. So I'll hold this one like this. There we go. So this is look at that. It's got like the perps. That is a thick, chunky nug. And it kind of has that sativa fingerling look. Almost like that sativa fingerling kind of look. And the smell is already delicious. It's already a feast for the senses. Let's crack it. This is a thick ass nug. This is a thick ass chunky nug. So let's give it a little bit of a crack. Okay. We got the pop, we got the crack. Look at that. Let me see this. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me give it to you guys too. So it looks like we've got. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Oh. So you get that almost stink bug. Like you get that, ooh, I'm so smelly, I'm stink buggy. But then it stops and it's like a tangerine. And pine and weed in my nose again. I gotta be careful. I keep shoving weed in my nose and then I breathe it in and then later it's stuck. And I'm like, what's going on? But then there's fruity. Oh, I'm drooling. I just drooled. Oh. Like a fruity pine lemon. Holy hell. That's slightly stink bug tangerine. Wow, I could just sit here and smell this one. This is a. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's happening? Oh, the phone. Look, the tablet just went into super low mode. Okay. I had to shut things down there. I was smelling weed. I'm in a whole other dimension over here. And I didn't even notice that the tablet just went through a power drain. So everybody, look, I'm smelling weed. I got it shoved up my nose. It's a Friday night. That smells so good. I think I'm gonna roll a joint. Wow. Whatever that double banana fuel mix is right there, that smell it activated every single sensor. Every neuron kind of started firing, right? Anyways, look, the tablet's about to drop down. We have moments. We're gonna go until it goes. We're gonna go till it goes. It goes till we go. We go till it goes. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's happening. So let's get back over here. All right. So as long as it's going, we're going, and that's how it's going to happen. But we're also here on the Insta Cha Cha. Don't forget, you can find me as O420X on Instagram, and then Oregonji on a number of other things. So we cracked open that nug. The smell was delightful. Like, look, it already smells good, and it's already multifaceted. But when you crack this open and you get this and it's sticky. It's sticky. It's really compressed. But oh, it's like you take a tangerine and you rip it open. It's that juicy. That smelled delicious. And something about it is activating it's like a cherry paloma. It's activating every part of my senses. Where it's one of those that's like so stinky. Oh, it stinks so good. It stinks so good. So good. Ooh, damn. Mm, I could just, like, you could put like a, I could breathe this all day long. Like, it could be like a face mask thing. Instead of filters, I put in buds. Oh, it would clear my sinuses, keep my mind fresh. Let me tell you what, I'm going to invent something. Pop your buds in. Pop in your buds. This thing's getting tough. This light is getting hard on me. Oh, the computer still got the computer still got a little bit left in it. I don't know how. I mean, it came up with that big old warning sign. It's like about to shut down, imminent failure, disaster. No, it wasn't that bad. Okay, so you saw these nugs. Truly excited. What a great what a great smell. I'm going to be cracking into these a little bit later on. And the last one to open before we shut down the show. The last one we're opening is the Lion's Order King Clementine. So this is the Lion's Order through Gold Flower, ideal. King Clementine sitting at, look, my eyes would be so much better. I want to say 29.9. 29.9% THC. That's pretty good. And then the terps, 2.9. I think 2.9. I get my eyes aren't great. 2.9. Almost 3% on the terps. Holy shit, that's amazing. Okay. Let's crack this open then. Now I'm excited. Here we go. All right. All right. All right. Excellent. Can't get in. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Now, I just smelled a tangerine one. So, King Clementine. Oh, it's pretty, though. Wow. Wow. That is citrusy, but it's so fresh. So beautiful. Oh, wow. These are some. Whoa. Feel that. That is a nuggy nug. Look, it's got like. These are nice little nugs. They look pretty. This is some pretty decent weed. I'm excited. It feels good. It feels like it's got a little bit of form to it. You see that? Look at that. Feels like it has a little bit of form. So all the nugs pretty much look like that. All the nugs are decently little chunky nuggy nugs. So you got, I can get like already a couple joints out of this. So I mean, as you kind of you can just place it. They're all so sticky. They're so sticky that I can make them one nug. I'm just throwing it out there. So sticky. This is like I could stick them together, and I've created one nug. Oh, oh, that's cheesy. Wow, wait a second. Wait a second. We got to crack one of these open. That is cheesy. Oh. Let's crack it. I'm excited. I've smelled a beautiful cheese. Okay, got a good crack. You see? Okay. Oh, oh. Wow, it smells very good. You gotta shove it in your nose. You gotta shove it in your nose. And then you get the cheese out of it. Oh, you get the funk inside of it. And then you get this fresh orange smell, like fresh oranges. Not the juice, but the orange. Like you're biting into it. Holy fuck, holies, and it's so sticky. Yum. Yum. I'm gonna smoke this one before the other one. I'm gonna smoke this one before your nose knows. Your nose knows everything. So we go, hey, Troy, Troy, welcome. Highly motivated. Good to have you on the show. It's been a very long time. It has been a very, very long time since we've had your presence on the highly motivated show. So Troy's joining us from the Insta Cha Cha. I don't know if you can still see us. It doesn't show me that anybody's still on or off. Like I do. It'll like show me like there's no viewers, like no viewer count, but then I'll see like hearts or something else like coming up. So I'm like, but there's nobody there. What's happening? No, so Troy, if you're there, thank you for joining us tonight. What's good? Let me tell you what, right now, this King Clementine is smelling like a cheesy, funky orange. Not even orange, like maybe, maybe like a super beautiful, juicy, fresh. Not quite. No, maybe. Oh, there's some gorgeous citrus there. Whatever that citrus is, I haven't really quite placed it. It's not tangerine. It's not a clementine. Not a clementine, a clementine. It is whatever it is. It is wow. It is strong. It is pungent. Look at this thing. Look at this chunky nug. Look at this beautiful nug right there. That right there is already emitting amazing smells. And then you crack it open, like you crack that. Oh, it's a fresh orange with a cheesy funk. It's a fresh orange with a cheesy funk. Ah, na 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 na. Na, 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 na. I'm gonna smoke the shit out of that in a little while. We don't have much time left on the restream. The restream looks like that this whole thing is going to die out on me. So we're gonna have to recharge all of that. I saw it. I thought it was fine. Normally it can handle at least 3 hours. But let me see. But I just want to say thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Thank you for coming to the show. Our Instagram crowd, whether I can see you or I cannot, it doesn't matter. I still feel that you're there. I still feel you're there. So that's important as it is. And everybody else, I feel that you're there. Thank you for coming to the show. Um, if I haven't given you a highly motivated call out, did I give Troy one? Well, Troy, welcome. Highly motivated. Welcome to the show. And it's good to have you here. So that's pretty awesome, everybody. I'm glad everybody came out tonight. I'm glad you had an opportunity for us to crack open some of these buds and shove them up our noses. I know this last one I've really enjoyed. So, and that's what it's all about. It's about cracking buds open and shoving them up your nose. And if your body accepts it and it gets excited about it, that's what you need to smoke. That's it. That's what it's all about. So I'm glad everybody had an opportunity to come join us here. Troy, thank you for coming to join us here on the show. No expectations. It's good to have you here. Fantastic. You know, what's good? I'll tell you. We see Kraken Nugs. What's your favorite right now? Oh, favorite. See, that's hard because, okay, so out of the three that I just opened up, the Lion's Order, the King Clementine, the smells on that are fire. Just beautiful. But then this double banana fuel from Ideal, Ideal is like the mothership. Ideal is it's the mothership. It's okay. And I don't know what the fuck it is. It's my eyes are so bad. I went to go get glasses. Still not ready. Still not right. I'm just, if I didn't finish the story from earlier, they're great people. Great people over there. Still not done. Okay. Let me see. OP? No. I'm like at the fucking eye guy right now. Like, can you read the bottom line? No. Nobody can read the bottom line. The bottom line, nobody's ever going to read. But yeah, I think the last part is double banana fuel. The last part is, and there is an X, I think. Yes. And is that a DP? Is that DB? Is that what it is? I really need glasses. Listen, it's so tiny. Why so tiny? Why so tiny? It's so tiny. Look, I'm telling you, I'm at the eye guy. He's like, can you read? I'm like, I can't read that. Why you want me to do it? Just try. I am trying. I don't even see anything. Okay. It's been great, everyone. Have a great weekend. Much love. Horticulture, thank you for always coming to the show. Horticulture, you're amazing. Thank you for coming. Keep kicking ass. I can't wait to listen to the version of the song that you sent me. Remember, Horticulture is great rock artists. You can find them on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Find them here in Florida. They're local. They're amazing. Horticulture. Thank you for coming to the show, THC. Let me see. Tiny text. I know. But the nose on this one, the nose on this one was super fire. In between this and the King Clementine, it's hard. My favorite is still like So Fresh came out with Durban Poison. So it didn't exactly look totally like a Durban Poison, but it smoked like one. And it felt like one. They also came out with the Blue Dream. Didn't quite look like the Blue Dream, but it's okay. There was reminiscence of it to Blue Dream or to an adaptation of Blue Dream. Still fine, still good, and excellent, beautiful, organically done smoke. But is it the Cherry Paloma? Fucking gorgeous. That's the funkiness. That's that stink bug tangerine, sugary lemons and pine, and I knew it was like a Cherry Paloma. I knew it. I could smell that. If we go back in the history of the show this evening, everybody, you'll notice that I did mention it smelled like a cherry paloma. Just putting it out there, everybody. It smelled like a cherry paloma. So yum. So yum. But yes, very exciting. And that's what we do here on the show. The show's always exciting. Oh my God, we're down to 6%. We're down to 6% over here. All right, everybody, I'm going to have to cut the show on this side. But again, thank you for Twitch, Kick, Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of that. Remember, you can still find me on the Insta on Instagram, O420X. I'm just going to finish off a little bit of smoke. We're still going to go live over here on this side. So thank you, everybody. Arrivederci, do svidania, avita zen, a ciao. And remember, Goldflower, grand opening, Lakeland, next Saturday, October 4th, is going to be a very exciting party. Randy Lanier is going to be there. Stores in Bickle, some other crazy great shit, and me, the Oregonji. I'm gonna be there, so I'm showing up because I'm there. If that's not an oxymoron or oxycontin, oxycontin. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Sunday. Remember, Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right, I'll see you all there, and then we're back on the Instagram still. I'm still on the Insta Cha Cha. Saying goodbye to you guys. Okay, bye. Ciao.